Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we re-diving into a topic that is incredibly important, but often whispered about instead of openly discussed: intimate wellness. Have you ever wondered why intimacy and well-being seem so deeply connected? It's not just a feeling. There's a fascinating blend of science, emotion, and human connection behind achieving true pleasure and balance in our lives. In the next few minutes, we are going to explore what intimate wellness really means and why it is a cornerstone of a happy, healthy life. So, what exactly is intimate wellness? It's so much more than just physical health. Think of it as a state of complete harmony, physically, emotionally, and relationally. It's about feeling good in your own skin, understanding your body's needs, and being able to communicate those needs effectively and compassionately with a partner. It's about the health of your relationships, not just with others, but with yourself. A huge part of this is fostering open conversations and building genuine body awareness. When we truly know and accept our bodies, we unlock a new level of confidence and self-assurance that radiates into every aspect of our lives. One of the most powerful aspects of intimate wellness is the mind-body connection. How many times have you felt stressed or anxious and noticed it affecting your physical state? Intimacy is a powerful antidote to stress. When we engage in positive, consensual, intimate experiences, our brains release a cocktail of beneficial hormones like oxytocin and endorphins. Oxytocin, often called the cuddle hormone, promotes bonding and feelings of trust, while endorphins are our body's natural mood lifters and pain relievers. This chemical release doesn't just feel good in the moment. It actively lowers cortisol levels, the primary stress hormone. So a healthy, intimate life can literally help your body manage stress more effectively, leading to better sleep, a stronger immune system, and an overall greater sense of calm and well-being. It's a beautiful, natural cycle. Reducing stress allows for better intimacy, and better intimacy reduces stress. Unfortunately, our society is filled with myths and misconceptions about pleasure and intimacy. We're often shown unrealistic portrayals in media or taught to feel shame or secrecy around these topics. This is where stigma-free education becomes so vital. True intimate wellness is about understanding the reality of human connection, not chasing a fantasy. It's about learning what feels good for you and your partner, communicating that openly, and dispelling the harmful myths that create pressure and anxiety. Education empowers us to make informed choices, to understand that everyone is different, and that there's no one-size-fits-all approach to a fulfilling intimate life. It's about replacing shame with curiosity and judgment with compassion. This leads us to one of the most crucial pillars of intimate wellness: normalizing conversations around comfort, safety, and consent. A truly healthy, intimate connection is built on a foundation of trust and mutual respect. Consent isn't just a one-time yes. It's an ongoing, enthusiastic, and clear conversation. It's about checking in with your partner, paying attention to their verbal and nonverbal cues, and creating an environment where both people feel completely safe to express their boundaries and desires without fear of judgment. Talking about what makes you feel comfortable and secure isn't awkward. It's an act of care. It strengthens your bond and ensures that the experience is positive and respectful for everyone involved. These conversations are the bedrock of a trusting, joyful, and truly intimate relationship. Now that we understand why intimate wellness is so fundamental to our overall happiness, let's explore how it all starts with the mind. Before any physical touch, intimacy begins with our thoughts, our self-perception, and our emotional state. Our mindset is the control center for our intimate experiences. If we're carrying around negative self-talk, anxiety about our bodies, or unresolved emotional baggage, it's nearly impossible to be fully present and connect with another person. Cultivating a positive, intimate mindset means practicing self-love and acceptance. It means challenging those critical inner voices and replacing them with kindness. It means recognizing that you are worthy of pleasure and connection just as you are. When you value yourself, you can enter into intimacy from a place of confidence and wholeness rather than seeking validation from someone else. Building this positive mindset involves a few key practices. Mindfulness is a powerful tool. By learning to stay present in the moment, you can tune out distractions and anxieties and focus on the sensations and emotions you're experiencing. This deepens the connection and enhances pleasure. Visualization can also be incredibly effective. Imagine positive, respectful, and joyful intimate encounters. This can help rewire your brain to associate intimacy with positive feelings, reducing performance anxiety and fear. And finally, practice self-compassion. We all have insecurities. Acknowledge them without judgment and remind yourself that perfect doesn't exist. The goal is connection, not perfection. A healthy mind is the most attractive and essential component of a vibrant, intimate life. Let's also talk about the emotional side. Emotional intimacy is the glue that holds a relationship together. It's the feeling of being seen, heard, and understood by your partner on a deep level. It's about sharing your vulnerabilities, your fears, and your dreams, and having them met with empathy and support. Without emotional intimacy, physical intimacy can feel hollow or disconnected. So, how do we cultivate it? It starts with active listening, really hearing what your partner is saying without planning your response. It's about sharing your own feelings openly and honestly, even when it feels scary. It's about spending quality time together, creating shared experiences, and reminding each other why you chose one another in the first place. Building this emotional foundation makes physical intimacy a true expression of your connection, a celebration of the bond you share. And of course, we can't talk about intimate wellness without talking about communication. It is, without a doubt, the single most important skill for a healthy relationship. But so many of us were never taught how to do it effectively. We often avoid difficult conversations for fear of conflict, but silence can be far more damaging. Learning to talk about your needs, desires, and boundaries in a way that is both clear and kind is a game changer. Use I statements like, I feel ... pulse instead of, you always ... This prevents your partner from feeling attacked and opens the door for a more productive conversation. Be specific about what you want and need. Your partner is not a mind reader. And remember to create a safe space for them to do the same. Great communication builds trust, resolves conflicts, and deepens your connection, making every part of your relationship, including intimacy, stronger and more fulfilling. To wrap things up, remember that intimate wellness is a journey, not a destination. It's an ongoing practice of self-love, open communication, and mutual respect. It's about nurturing your mind, your body, and your relationships. By embracing these principles, you're not just improving your intimate life. You're investing in your overall happiness and well-being. Start small. Practice one new communication technique. Take a moment for mindfulness. Challenge one negative thought about yourself. Every step you take is a step toward a more balanced, joyful, and connected life. We are diving deep into a topic that's foundational to our well-being and connection with others. The powerful link between our minds and our bodies. Have you ever noticed how a stressful day can make you feel tense all over, or how a happy thought can bring a smile to your face without you even trying? That's because the body responds to the mind before anything else. Your thoughts literally shape your physical sensations. This connection is especially crucial when it comes to intimacy and our relationships. Think about it. When we talk about intimacy, we often focus on the physical aspects, but the real journey begins in our minds. Stress, for example, is a huge player. When you're stressed, your body goes into fight or flight mode. It releases hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which are designed to help you survive a threat, not to relax and connect with someone. This is why, after a long, draining day at work, the last thing you might feel is open to connection. Your body is physically programmed to shut down and conserve energy, not to be vulnerable and open. It's not a personal failing, it's pure biology. On the flip side, when you feel happy, safe, and relaxed, your brain releases a completely different cocktail of chemicals. Think oxytocin, often called the cuddle hormone, and dopamine, the feel-good neurotransmitter. These chemicals don't just affect your mood. They have a profound physical effect. They lower your heart rate, relax your muscles, and increase your sensitivity to touch. Your mind, by feeling safe and happy, is literally telling your body that it's okay to let its guard down, to be present, and to enjoy the moment. This is why a good mood can make everything feel better, from the taste of your food to the warmth of a hug. So how can we start to work asterisk with asterisk this connection instead of against it? The first step is learning to listen to your body's signals. Your body is constantly communicating with you, but in our busy lives, we often tune out its quiet whispers until they become loud screams of discomfort or tension. Let's start with the basics: relaxation, comfort, and curiosity. When you feel truly relaxed, what does that feel like in your body? Maybe your shoulders drop away from your ears, your jaw unclenches, and your breathing deepens. That's a clear signal from your body saying, I feel safe. Comfort is another key signal. It's that feeling of being at ease, both physically and emotionally. Maybe it's the warmth of a blanket, the feeling of being in a familiar place, or the presence of someone you trust. When you feel comfortable, your nervous system calms down, allowing you to be more present and receptive. Pay attention to these moments. What creates that sense of comfort for you? By identifying these triggers, you can intentionally create more moments of comfort in your life, especially when you want to feel more connected. And then there's curiosity. This is a beautiful, gentle state of mind that opens you up to new experiences. When you're curious, you're not judging or expecting. You're simply exploring. In the context of your body, this could mean noticing a sensation without labeling it as good or bad. It's a state of gentle awareness. When your mind is curious, your body responds by becoming more alert and sensitive, ready to explore new sensations without fear or pressure. This is the opposite of the performance anxiety that can so often get in the way of genuine connection. A powerful tool to cultivate this awareness is mindfulness. Mindfulness is simply the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It's not about emptying your mind, but about observing your thoughts and feelings as they come and go, like clouds in the sky. When you apply this to your body, it can be transformative. It enhances your sensitivity and allows you to experience sensations more fully. Instead of being lost in a whirlwind of thoughts about your to-do list or what happened earlier in the day, you can bring your full attention to the feeling of your feet on the ground, the air on your skin, or the touch of a loved one. This heightened awareness naturally deepens enjoyment. Let's try a simple exercise together right now. Wherever you are, just take a moment to get comfortable. You can close your eyes if you'd like. Now, take a slow, deep breath in through your nose, feeling your belly expand. And as you exhale slowly through your mouth, imagine all the tension from your day just melting away. Let's do that again. Inhale and exhale. Notice how just a few deep breaths can start to change how you feel. This is a simple relaxation technique you can use anytime, anywhere, to ground yourself and bring your awareness back to your body. It's a way of telling your nervous system, everything is okay right now. Another great technique is a simple body scan. Starting from the tips of your toes, slowly bring your attention to each part of your body. Notice any sensations, warmth, coolness, tingling, pressure, without needing to change them. Just observe. Move up through your feet, your ankles, your legs, all the way to the top of your head. This practice helps you reconnect with your physical self and builds that muscle of awareness. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to notice your body's signals in your daily life. Ultimately, all of this builds towards the foundation of any healthy connection, emotional awareness, and communication. When you're aware of what's happening in your own mind and body, you're better equipped to understand your own needs. And once you understand your own needs, you can communicate them more clearly to a partner. Saying something like, I had a really stressful day and I need a few minutes to just breathe and unwind before we connect, is an incredible act of self-awareness and respect for both yourself and your partner. It's not a rejection. It is an invitation to connect in a more meaningful way once your mind and body are aligned. This kind of open, honest communication, built on a foundation of self-awareness, is what allows intimacy to truly flourish. It moves the focus from performance to presence, from expectation to exploration. It allows you and your partner to co-create an experience that feels safe, comfortable, and enjoyable for both of you. It's about being a team, supporting each other's well-being. So the next time you think about connection, remember that it starts within you. It starts with acknowledging your mental and emotional state, listening to the subtle cues of your body, and using simple tools like breathing and mindfulness to create a state of calm and presence. When your mind and body work together, a world of deeper sensation and connection opens up. And when your mind and body work together, the next step is understanding your unique anatomy. Now, we read diving into a topic that is incredibly important, but often overlooked, truly getting to know our own bodies. I want to start with a thought that has really stuck with me. You can't connect with what you don't understand. And when it comes to our bodies, knowing them isn't just about biology, it's a profound act of self-respect. It's the foundation for confidence, well-being, and building healthy connections with others. So let's start with the basics. When we talk about reproductive anatomy, it can sometimes feel like a clinical, detached subject, but let's reframe that. This is about understanding the incredible, intricate system that is uniquely yours. Let's look at a simple, non-explicit diagram. We have external and internal structures, each with a specific function. Understanding what these parts are and what they do is the first step in taking ownership of your health and your experience. It demystifies your body and replaces confusion with clarity. This knowledge isn't just for a health class. It's practical information for your daily life. One of the most beautiful things about humanity is our diversity, and that extends to our bodies. There's no single normal. Bodies come in all shapes, sizes, and configurations. The way you look is completely unique to you, and that variation is not just normal, it's natural. Think about it. We don't expect every flower in a garden to be identical. Each one has its own unique beauty. The same is true for us. The media often presents a very narrow, unrealistic standard, but reality is so much richer and more varied. Embracing your unique anatomy is a powerful step toward body confidence. Your body is not a problem to be solved, it's a home to be cherished. Now, let's talk about something that's surrounded by myths, sensitivity. There are a lot of misconceptions out there about where we're supposed to feel pleasure or sensitivity. Popular culture often points to specific zones as if they are universal on-off switches. But here's the truth. Sensitivity is deeply personal and can be different for everyone. What feels good or comfortable for one person might not for another. Furthermore, sensitivity isn't just about one or two specific spots. Our entire body has the potential for sensation and pleasure. The skin is our largest organ, full of nerve endings. Exploring what feels good for you, from a gentle touch on your arm to the warmth of the sun on your skin, is part of this journey of self-discovery. It's about listening to your body's unique feedback, not following a generic map. This brings me to a crucial practice: self-checks and listening to your body's signals. This isn't just about checking for lumps or abnormalities, although that is incredibly important for your health. It is also about regularly tuning in to what your body is telling you on a daily basis. What feels comfortable? What feels tense? What feels nourishing? Your body is constantly communicating with you through signals of comfort, discomfort, energy, and fatigue. Learning to understand this language is a skill. It allows you to advocate for your needs, set boundaries, and make choices that genuinely support your well-being. Your body is designed to experience comfort, care, and balance. By paying attention, you can help guide it there. It's about building a partnership with your body where you are its most trusted ally. All of this understanding your anatomy, embracing your uniqueness, and listening to your body's signals leads to something truly transformative, genuine body confidence and acceptance. Body confidence isn't about looking a certain way. It's about feeling at home in your skin. It's the peace that comes from accepting your body exactly as it is right now. It's about appreciating it for its strength, its resilience, and everything it allows you to do, from walking and breathing to experiencing the world around you. This acceptance frees up so much mental and emotional energy that might otherwise be spent on self-criticism. It allows you to show up more fully in your life, to pursue your passions, and to connect with others from a place of authenticity. True confidence radiates from the inside out. So let's recap this journey. We started by understanding that knowing your body is an act of self-respect. We've touched on the basics of anatomy, not as a dry science lesson, but as a way to connect with our own physical selves. We've celebrated the incredible diversity of human bodies and debunked the idea of a single, normal. We've discussed how personal and unique sensitivity is, encouraging a path of self-exploration over following a generic guide. And most importantly, we've highlighted the power of listening to your body, of performing self-checks, and of building a foundation of true confidence and acceptance from within. This knowledge is your power. It's the key to advocating for your health, your comfort, and your happiness. Let's talk about something we all chase after: confidence. You've probably heard that confidence is one of the most attractive qualities a person can have. But here's the thing. True, lasting confidence isn't about looking perfect, having the perfect life, or never making a mistake. It's about being comfortable in your own skin. It's about showing up as you are right now and knowing that you are enough. Today, we're going to unpack that. We'll explore how to build a deep, unshakable confidence that comes from within, not from outside approval. It's a journey, not a destination, so let's get started. First, let's get real about how our self-image impacts everything. The way you see yourself is the lens through which you see the world. If you're constantly criticizing your body or your abilities, that negativity doesn't just stay in your head. It affects your mental and emotional wellness, making you feel anxious or withdrawn. It also spills over into your relationships. When you don't feel good about yourself, it's hard to truly connect with others. You might shy away from opportunities, avoid social situations, or struggle to accept compliments because deep down you don't believe you deserve them. It creates a barrier between you and the vibrant life you're meant to live. Recognizing this connection is the first step toward change. It's about understanding that building a positive self-image isn't just vanity. It's a fundamental part of your overall health and happiness. So, how do we begin to heal this relationship with ourselves, especially with our bodies? A powerful tool to overcome body shame is the practice of affirmations, paired with genuine education. Let's start with affirmations. These aren't just fluffy, feel-good phrases. They are tools to rewire the negative thought patterns you've probably been repeating for years. Instead of "I hate my stomach," you can start with something more neutral, like "My body is carrying me through the day." Then you can graduate to "I am grateful for my body's strength and resilience." Say them in the mirror. Write them on sticky notes. Make them your phone's wallpaper. It feels silly at first, but repetition builds belief. Now let's add education. We are bombarded with images of perfect bodies that are often digitally altered, genetically rare, or the result of extreme lifestyles. It's not real. Educate yourself about how diverse and different human bodies truly are. Unfollow social media accounts that make you feel bad about yourself, and follow ones that celebrate all body types, shapes, sizes, and abilities. Learn about media literacy and how advertising works. The more you understand that the ideal is a marketing concept, not a health standard, the more you can free yourself from its grip. You can start to see your own body not as a project to be fixed, but as your home to be respected and cared for. Let's talk about movement. Notice I didn't say exercise for a reason. For many of us, exercise is tangled up with punishment and the pressure to change our bodies. Let's reframe it as joyful movement. What feels good for your body? Is it a walk in the park, dancing in your living room, gentle stretching, or swimming? Movement isn't just for burning calories. It's a way to connect with your body and appreciate what it can do. When you move, your body releases endorphins, which are natural mood lifters. It builds a sense of capability and strength that has nothing to do with the number on a scale. Posture is another subtle but incredibly powerful confidence booster. Try this right now. Sit or stand up straight. Roll your shoulders back and down, lift your chin, and take a deep breath. How do you feel? You instantly feel more alert, more present, and more powerful. Slouching can make you feel small and tired. Good posture, on the other hand, sends a signal to your brain and to everyone around you that you are confident and engaged. It's a physical way of taking up your space in the world, and you deserve to take up space. And of course, we can't forget self-care routines. Confidence is built on a foundation of self-respect, and self-care is self-respect in action. This isn't just about bubble baths, though those are great. It's about the small, consistent things you do to honor your needs. It's getting enough sleep. It's drinking enough water. It's taking 5 minutes to meditate or journal. It's setting boundaries and saying no when you need to. A self-care routine tells your subconscious mind, I am worthy of care. I am worthy of time and attention. When you consistently treat yourself with kindness and respect, that belief starts to radiate outward as genuine confidence. Now for the fun part, using your external world to reflect your inner confidence. Let's talk about clothing. Your clothes should be a form of self-expression, not a cage. Forget about rules like don't wear horizontal stripes or dress for your body type. The only rule is this: wear what makes you feel good. When you wear an outfit that you love, that feels comfortable, and that reflects your personality, you move differently. You carry yourself with more ease and joy. Go through your closet and get rid of anything that makes you feel less than. Your wardrobe should be a collection of things that make you feel like the best version of yourself. Scent and atmosphere play a huge role too. Our sense of smell is powerfully linked to memory and emotion. Find a perfume, a cologne, or an essential oil that makes you feel amazing. Maybe it's a scent that makes you feel powerful or calm or vibrant. Wearing it can be like putting on a secret suit of armor. Similarly, create a home atmosphere that recharges you. Is your space cluttered and stressful, or is it a sanctuary? Lighting a candle, playing your favorite music, or keeping your space tidy can have a profound impact on your mood and make you feel more centered and in control, which is a cornerstone of confidence. As we wrap up, I want you to hold on to this thought. Confidence grows when you learn to celebrate your uniqueness. For so long, we're taught to compare ourselves, to fit in, to smooth out our quirks. But your quirks are what make you, you. Your unique perspective, your laugh, your passions, your story, that is where your true power lies. The world doesn't need another copy of someone else. It needs you in all your magnificent, one-of-a-kind glory. Learning to love the things that make you different is the ultimate act of self-acceptance and the most direct path to authentic confidence. Celebrate what makes you unique because that's your superpower. Confidence helps you get started, but self-care is what keeps it alive and thriving. It's an ongoing practice of tending to your mind, body, and spirit. So now let's dive into how to care for your wellness holistically. Think of it like maintaining a beautiful garden. Confidence is the flower, but self-care is the soil, the water, and the sunlight. Without consistent care, even the brightest flower will wilt. Holistic wellness means looking at the big picture, your mental health, your physical health, your emotional health, and your spiritual health. Are you feeding your mind with positive content? Are you moving your body in a way that feels good? Are you allowing yourself to feel your emotions without judgment? Are you connecting to something bigger than yourself, whatever that means to you? When you tend to all these areas, you build a foundation so strong that your confidence becomes less of a fleeting feeling and more of a permanent state of being. It's not about being perfect, it's about being whole. Now, we're diving deep into a topic that's fundamental to our overall well-being, holistic self-care. You might have heard the phrase, but what does it really mean? Well, here's a thought to get us started. Wellness isn't just one habit, it's a daily commitment to your mind, your body, and your emotions. It's about creating a beautiful, interconnected system where every part of you is nurtured and supported. It's not about grand, once-a-year gestures. It's about the small, consistent choices we make every single day. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's explore how to build a self-care practice that truly nourishes you from the inside out. Let's begin with the absolute foundation of our physical health, which has a massive impact on our intimate well-being: nutrition, hydration, and exercise. What we put into our bodies directly fuels our energy, our hormones, and our mood. Think of it like this. You wouldn't put low-grade fuel in a high-performance car, right? Your body is infinitely more complex and deserving of high-quality fuel. This means incorporating a variety of nutrient-dense foods, plenty of fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats. These foods support everything from hormonal balance to blood flow, which are crucial for a healthy, intimate life. Hydration is just as vital. Drinking enough water throughout the day keeps your energy levels up, your skin healthy, and all your body systems functioning optimally. And then there's exercise. Moving your body regularly, whether it's through dancing, yoga, running, or lifting weights, does more than just build muscle. It boosts the circulation, releases endorphins, those amazing feel-good chemicals, and helps reduce stress. When you feel strong, energized, and vibrant in your own body, that confidence naturally extends into all areas of your life, including your relationships. Now, let's talk about something that is often overlooked, but is incredibly important for our comfort and confidence: hygiene and comfort care basics. This isn't about adhering to some unrealistic standard of perfection. It's about creating rituals that make you feel clean, comfortable, and cared for. Simple acts like taking a warm bath or shower can be a powerful way to wash away the day's stress and reconnect with your body. When it comes to intimate hygiene, the key is to be gentle. Using mild, pH-balanced, and unscented products is often the best approach to avoid irritation and maintain your body's natural balance. Comfort care also extends to the clothes you wear. Choosing breathable, soft fabrics, especially for underwear, can make a world of difference in your daily comfort. These might seem like small details, but they add up. When you prioritize your physical comfort, you're sending a message to yourself that you are worthy of care and attention. This builds a foundation of self-respect and body positivity that is essential for feeling good in your own skin. It's about creating a sense of safety and ease within your own body, which is a cornerstone of true well-being. Moving from the physical to the mental and emotional, let's discuss 3 pillars of holistic health: sleep, stress reduction, and mood balance. These are deeply interconnected. Have you ever noticed how a bad night's sleep can make you feel irritable and overwhelmed the next day? That's because sleep is when your body and brain repair, consolidate memories, and regulate hormones, including those that manage stress and mood. Aiming for 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep per night isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. If you struggle with sleep, try creating a relaxing bedtime routine, maybe reading a book, gentle stretching, or listening to calming music. Next, stress reduction. In our fast-paced world, stress can feel constant, but managing it is crucial. Chronic stress floods our bodies with cortisol, which can disrupt everything from our sleep to our digestive system and our emotional equilibrium. Finding healthy coping mechanisms is key. This could be anything from your exercise routine, spending time in nature, or engaging in a hobby you love. The goal is to find activities that allow your nervous system to switch from fight or flight mode to rest and digest. This directly impacts your mood balance. When you're well rested and your stress is managed, you're better equipped to handle life's ups and downs. You'll find you have more patience, more clarity, and a more positive outlook. It's a powerful cycle. Better sleep leads to less stress, which leads to a more balanced mood, which in turn helps you sleep better. So we know we need to manage stress, but how do we do it on a practical daily basis? This is where incorporating practices like mindfulness, journaling, and gratitude comes in. These aren't just trendy buzzwords. They are powerful tools for cultivating inner peace and emotional awareness. Let's start with mindfulness. At its core, mindfulness is simply the practice of paying attention to the present moment without judgment. You can do this through formal meditation, sitting for a few minutes and focusing on your breath, or you can practice it throughout your day. Try mindfully drinking your morning coffee, really noticing the aroma, the warmth, the taste. This simple act pulls you out of your racing thoughts and into the here and now. Next, journaling. Getting your thoughts and feelings out of your head and onto paper can be incredibly therapeutic. It doesn't have to be a Dear Diary entry. You can just free write whatever comes to mind, make a list of things you're worried about, or write down your goals. It's a way to process emotions and gain clarity. And finally, gratitude. This might be the most powerful practice of all. Each day, take a moment to identify 3 things you're grateful for, no matter how small. A sunny day, a delicious meal, a kind word from a friend. A gratitude practice retrains your brain to look for the good in your life, shifting your entire perspective from one of lack to one of abundance. Consistently engaging in these practices builds emotional resilience and a deep sense of contentment. Building on that, let's talk about the importance of emotional check-ins and creating routines for balance. How often do you actually stop and ask yourself, how am I really feeling right now? We get so busy that we often ignore or suppress our emotions until they bubble over. An emotional check-in is a scheduled moment to pause and identify your feelings without judgment. You can set a reminder on your phone a few times a day. When it goes off, just take a deep breath and ask yourself, what am I feeling physically? What emotion is present? Is it joy, anxiety, sadness, frustration? Just naming it can take away some of its power. Once you're aware of your emotional state, you can respond with compassion. If you're feeling overwhelmed, maybe you need to take a 5-minute break. If you're feeling lonely, maybe you can text a friend. These check-ins are the data you need to care for yourself effectively. Creating routines for balance is about proactively scheduling activities that support your well-being. This could be a morning routine that includes 5 minutes of stretching and journaling, or an evening routine where you disconnect from screens an hour before bed. Routines reduce decision fatigue and ensure that your self-care doesn't get pushed to the bottom of your to-do list. They create a predictable structure of support, helping you maintain your emotional equilibrium even when life gets chaotic. It is about being your own best advocate and creating a life that actively supports your emotional health. So we've journeyed through the many layers of holistic self-care, From fueling our bodies with good nutrition and movement to tending to our emotional and mental health through mindfulness and rest. It's a beautiful and deeply personal practice. But the incredible thing about this journey is that it doesn't just transform you. It has a ripple effect on every aspect of your life, especially your relationships. Now let's explore how relationships evolve when both partners practice self-care. When you're committed to your own well-being, you show up as a more complete, grounded, and resilient individual. You're not looking to your partner to fill a void or fix your problems because you are actively taking responsibility for your own happiness and health. Imagine a relationship where both people are doing this. The dynamic shifts from one of dependency to one of interdependency. You are two whole individuals choosing to share your lives rather than two halves trying to complete each other. Communication becomes more open and honest because you are more in tune with your own needs and better able to express them. You also become a better listener because you are not constantly preoccupied with your own unresolved stress or emotional turmoil. Empathy grows because when you practice self-compassion, it becomes easier to extend that same compassion to your partner. Conflicts are handled more constructively because you're both approaching disagreements from a place of emotional balance rather than reactivity. You start to see your relationship not as a source of stress, but as a source of mutual support and co-creation. It becomes a safe space where both of you can continue to grow, both as individuals and as a couple. This is the ultimate goal, a partnership that amplifies your well-being rather than drains it. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish. It's the greatest gift you can give to yourself and to the people you love. It allows you to bring your best, most authentic self to every interaction. Have you ever wondered what truly makes a relationship last? What's the secret sauce that keeps couples connected and thriving for years? A lot of people think it's about grand gestures or constant passion, but the real foundation is something much deeper, much more powerful. True intimacy begins long before touch. It starts with emotional understanding. Today, we're diving deep into the heart of what makes relationships work, emotional intimacy. We'll explore how to build it, nurture it, and make it the bedrock of your connection. Stay with me, because what you're about to learn could completely transform the way you love and are loved. So, what exactly is emotional intimacy? It's that feeling of being seen, heard, and accepted for exactly who you are. It's knowing that you can share your deepest fears, your wildest dreams, and your most vulnerable thoughts with your partner without fear of judgment. It's not just about sharing feelings, but about creating a shared emotional world. This is where empathy comes in. Empathy is the ability to understand and share the feelings of another person. It is about putting yourself in your partner's shoes and trying to see the world from their perspective. When your partner is excited about a promotion, are you genuinely happy for them? When they're stressed about a family issue, can you feel their anxiety and offer comfort? This is empathy in action. Building this connection isn't a one-time event. It's a daily practice. It's built in small moments, asking about their day and truly listening to the answer, celebrating small wins together or offering a hug when they're feeling down. These small, consistent acts of empathy weave a strong fabric of emotional connection over time. Of course, you can't have emotional intimacy without trust and vulnerability. These two are like dance partners. One can't move without the other. Trust is the belief that your partner has your back, that they will be there for you, and that their intentions are good. Vulnerability is the courage to let your guard down, to show your imperfections, and to be your authentic self. This is often the scariest part. We're afraid that if we show our true selves, we'll be rejected. But here's the beautiful paradox. We can't be truly loved until we allow ourselves to be truly seen. Think about it. When has a relationship felt the most real to you? It was likely when you dared to share something deeply personal, and your partner responded with kindness and acceptance. That's the moment trust deepens. Building this takes time. It's about consistently showing up for each other, keeping promises, and being a safe harbor in life's storms. When you create a space where vulnerability is met with compassion, trust flourishes and your emotional bond becomes unbreakable. Now, a common myth about intimacy is that it means losing yourself in your partner and doing everything together. But that's not intimacy, that's codependency. A truly healthy relationship requires a delicate balance between independence and togetherness. You are two whole individuals coming together to share a life, not two halves trying to make a whole. Maintaining your own hobbies, friendships, and personal goals is not selfish. It's essential for your well-being and for the health of the relationship. It gives you new things to bring back to the partnership, new stories, new perspectives, new energy. The time you spend apart makes the time you spend together even more meaningful. Togetherness is about creating shared experiences and rituals that are unique to you as a couple, whether it's a weekly date night, a morning coffee routine, or a shared passion project. It is about finding that sweet spot where you feel deeply connected to your partner while also feeling free to be your own person. This balance prevents resentment and keeps the relationship fresh and exciting. No matter how emotionally connected you are, conflict is inevitable in any relationship. The difference between a thriving relationship and a failing one isn't the absence of conflict, but how it's handled. Resolving conflicts with compassion is a key skill for maintaining emotional intimacy. When a disagreement arises, the goal shouldn't be to win the argument, but to understand your partner's perspective and find a solution together. This means listening more than you speak. It means trying to understand the underlying emotion behind their words. Are they angry because you were late, or are they feeling unimportant and forgotten? Instead of launching into defense mode with, you always ... or you never ... double quote, try using I statements. For example, instead of saying, you never listen to me, you could say, I feel unheard when I'm trying to share something important. This shifts the focus from blame to personal feeling, which is less confrontational and invites empathy. Approaching conflict as a team trying to solve a problem, rather than as adversaries, protects your emotional bond and can even bring you closer. Finally, let's talk about boundaries. Healthy boundaries are the invisible lines we draw that protect our well-being and show respect for ourselves and our partners. They are not walls to keep people out. They are guidelines for how we want to be treated. It's about respecting each other's differences. You and your partner are not going to agree on everything, and that's perfectly okay. You might have different communication styles, different needs for alone time, or different ways of expressing love. Respecting these differences is crucial. For example, if your partner needs some quiet time after a long day at work, respecting that boundary means giving them that space without taking it personally. Communicating your own boundaries is just as important. It might sound like, I love talking with you, but I need about 20 minutes to decompress when I first get home. This isn't a rejection. It's a clear and respectful request that helps your partner understand your needs. Healthy boundaries create a sense of safety and respect, which are essential for emotional intimacy to thrive. So, as we've seen, building a deep, lasting connection is an active, ongoing process. Emotionally safe relationships lead to physically healthy ones. So how do we ensure that safety? It's by practicing empathy every day, by bravely choosing vulnerability and building trust moment by moment. It's by celebrating our independence while cherishing our togetherness. It's by facing conflicts with compassion and by setting and respecting healthy boundaries. It's a journey, not a destination. It requires patience, effort, and a whole lot of love. But the reward is immeasurable, a partnership where you feel truly seen, deeply understood, and unconditionally accepted. That is the true heart of intimacy. Now, we're diving into a topic that's incredibly important, but often overlooked when we talk about personal well-being. Wellness isn't just about feeling good emotionally. It also means being informed. A huge part of that is ensuring that comfort and safety are always part of your personal journey. When we prioritize these things, we build a foundation of trust with ourselves and our partners, which is the key to genuine connection and happiness. So, let us get into the essential tools and knowledge that empower you to explore your well-being safely and confidently. First up, let's talk about body-safe materials. This is non-negotiable. When you're choosing any product that comes into contact with your body, especially in intimate areas, you need to know what it's made of. Materials like medical-grade silicone, glass, and certain types of stainless steel are excellent choices. They are non-porous, which means they don't harbor bacteria, and they are hypoallergenic, reducing the risk of irritation. On the flip side, you want to be cautious with materials like jelly, vinyl, or other porous plastics. These can contain phthalates and other chemicals that you definitely don't want in your body. They can also break down over time and develop microscopic cracks where bacteria can hide. So, a simple rule of thumb: always check the label, do your research, and invest in quality. Your body will thank you for it. Think of it like choosing healthy food for your insides. You want to choose healthy materials for your outside too. Now, let's move on to something that's absolutely essential for comfort and safety: lubricant. I cannot stress this enough. Using a good quality lubricant isn't a sign of a problem. It's a sign that you are prioritizing comfort and pleasure. It reduces friction, which prevents irritation, micro tears, and general discomfort. So, what kind should you use? The gold standard for most situations is a water-based lubricant. They are safe to use with almost all personal items, including silicone ones, and they are incredibly easy to clean up. Plus, they closely mimic the body's natural lubrication. When you're looking at labels, check for ingredients like glycerin and parabens. While not harmful for everyone, some people find them irritating, so glycerin-free and paraben-free options are often a gentler choice. Silicone-based lubricants are also an option. They last longer and are great for water play, but remember, they can degrade silicone products, so never use them together. Oil-based lubricants, like coconut oil, should be avoided with latex protection, as they can cause it to break down. The bottom line is, find what works for you and use it generously. Don't ever feel shy about it. It's a wellness tool, plain and simple. Just as important as the before and during is the after. We need to talk about proper hygiene and cleaning. This is crucial for preventing infections and keeping your personal wellness tools in great condition for a long, long time. For any item you use, cleaning it before and after every single use is a must. Most body-safe materials can be washed with warm water and a gentle, unscented soap. Avoid harsh chemicals, dish soap, or anything with strong fragrances, as they can leave a residue that might irritate your skin later or damage the product itself. For an even deeper clean, many people use a dedicated toy cleaner spray. These are formulated to be effective yet gentle on both the products and your body. Just spray it on, wipe it down, and let it air dry completely before you store it away. Storing your items properly is also part of hygiene. Keep them in a clean, dry place, like a breathable bag or a dedicated box, away from direct sunlight or extreme temperatures. Don't just toss them in a drawer where they can collect dust and lint. Taking these simple steps shows respect for your body and your belongings. Beyond the physical tools, one of the most powerful tools we have for safety and wellness is communication. Safe exploration is only possible through consent and awareness. Consent isn't a one-time question, it's an ongoing conversation. It's about checking in with yourself and with a partner, making sure everyone involved feels comfortable, respected, and enthusiastic about what's happening. It's about having the freedom to say yes, no, or let's try something different at any point without fear of judgment. This applies whether you're with a partner or exploring on your own. Listen to your body. If something doesn't feel right, stop. If you're feeling unsure, pause. Building this internal and external dialogue creates a space of trust where you can truly relax and enjoy the experience. Awareness means understanding your own boundaries and desires and being perceptive to the cues of a partner. This emotional safety is just as vital as physical safety. Another cornerstone of personal wellness that we absolutely must discuss is regular health checkups. Taking care of your health is a proactive measure that empowers you in every aspect of your life. Scheduling regular visits with a healthcare provider is a fundamental act of self-care. This is your opportunity to ask questions in a confidential setting, get screened for STIs, and discuss any concerns you might have about your reproductive and sexual health. There should be absolutely no shame or stigma in this. Doctors are professionals whose job is to help you stay healthy. Being informed about your own health status is not only responsible for yourself, but also for any partners you have. It's a sign of maturity and respect. This knowledge allows you to make informed decisions and fosters an environment of trust and openness. So make that appointment. See it as another essential tool in your wellness kit. Let's bring all of this together under the umbrella of aftercare. We've talked about claiming your tools, but what about caring for yourself and your partner after an intimate experience? Aftercare is the practice of emotional and physical care that follows intimacy. It's about transitioning from a vulnerable space back to a state of calm and connection. This can be as simple as cuddling, talking, sharing a glass of water, or just lying together quietly. It can mean taking a warm bath, having a snack, or simply checking in emotionally. How are you feeling? This practice reinforces the bond of trust and shows that the connection goes beyond the physical act. It communicates care, respect, and appreciation. For solo exploration, aftercare is just as important. Take a moment to stretch, breathe, hydrate, and reflect on how you feel. Acknowledge the time you've dedicated to your own pleasure and well-being. This mindful practice helps integrate the experience in a positive way, reinforcing that your wellness is a priority. So, to recap, we've covered the importance of body-safe materials, the essential role of water-based lubricants, and the non-negotiable practice of proper hygiene. We've emphasized that true safety comes from a combination of physical preparedness and emotional intelligence through ongoing consent, open communication, and self-awareness. We've also highlighted the necessity of regular health checkups and the beautiful connecting practice of aftercare. By embracing these tools and principles, you are not just ensuring safety. You are actively enhancing your comfort, your pleasure, and your overall well-being. You are building a foundation of trust, respect, and knowledge that will serve you throughout your life. Remember, wellness is a holistic journey, and being informed is your most powerful asset. Now that you know how to stay safe and prioritize comfort, let's explore how to sustain that deep connection and intimacy in long-term relationships. Have you ever looked at a long-term couple? Maybe your grandparents or an old couple you see on your morning walk, and wondered, what's their secret? How do they keep that spark, that connection, alive after decades? It's a question many of us ask. The truth is, every connection, whether it's with a partner, a friend, or a family member, changes over time, and honestly, that's part of its beauty. It's not about freezing a relationship in that perfect honeymoon phase. It's about learning to grow and evolve together. Today, we're going to dive deep into how to sustain those precious connections through all of life as seasons. This isn't about grand, complicated gestures. It's about the small, consistent efforts that build a love that lasts a lifetime. So grab a cup of tea, get comfortable, and let's explore the art of keeping our connections strong and vibrant. The first and maybe most powerful secret to a lasting connection is keeping your curiosity alive. Think back to your first few dates or conversations with someone you now love dearly. You wanted to know everything about them, right? Their favorite movie, their childhood dreams, what makes them laugh uncontrollably. We were like detectives of the heart, gathering clues about this fascinating person. But as time goes on, we often assume we know it all. We stop asking questions. This is where relationships can start to feel stagnant. People are not static beings. We are constantly changing, learning, and growing. The person you're with today isn't the exact same person they were 5 years ago, and neither are you. So the key is to stay curious. Ask them about their day, but go deeper. Ask, what was the most interesting thought you had today? Or what's something you're excited about this week? Treat them like a fascinating book you get to read a new page of every single day. This simple shift from assuming to asking can reignite that sense of discovery and make your partner feel seen and valued in a profound way. Of course, life isn't just a series of curious questions. It throws curveballs. Stress from work, the beautiful chaos of parenting, the physical and emotional changes that come with aging, these are all major factors that can strain a connection. It's easy to feel close when life is a breeze, but the real test comes when you're navigating challenges together. The key here is adaptation. You have to learn to be a team. When one of you is stressed, the other might need to provide more support, more patience, more grace. When you become parents, your one-on-one time might shrink, so you have to become masters of seizing small moments of connection. Shared look across a chaotic dinner table, a quick hug in the hallway, a whispered, "I love you," before falling asleep. It's about shifting your expectations. The relationship won't look the same as it did when you were child-free and carefree, and that's okay. Acknowledge the stress, talk about it openly, and strategize as a team. Instead of letting these life changes pull you apart, you can use them as opportunities to build an even deeper, more resilient bond. You're no longer just lovers. You're partners in the truest sense, weathering the storms of life side by side. This brings us to the practical side of things, emotional maintenance. You take your car for regular oil changes to keep it running smoothly, right? Your relationship needs the same kind of preventative care. This isn't about waiting for something to break. It's about actively nurturing the connection every single day. One of the most classic and effective tools is the date night, and it doesn't have to be a fancy, expensive dinner. It can be a walk in the park, cooking a new recipe together at home, or even just setting aside an hour after the kids are in bed to talk without distractions. The point is to carve out dedicated time where you are focused solely on each other. Laughter is another non-negotiable. Find things that make you both laugh. Share funny videos, tell goofy jokes. Don't be afraid to be silly together. Laughter is an incredible bonding agent. It releases stress and creates shared positive memories. And finally, practice gratitude. Make it a habit to tell your partner something you appreciate about them every day. It could be as simple as, "Thank you for making coffee this morning," or as deep as, "I really appreciate how you always listen to me." This conscious practice of gratitude shifts your focus from what might be annoying to what is wonderful, and it makes your partner feel cherished. Now, let's be real. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, we get stuck. We might find ourselves in a cycle of arguments we can't break, or a sense of distance that feels too wide to cross on our own. This is where seeking help is a sign of strength, not failure. Think of it like this. If you had a persistent physical ailment, you'd go to a doctor. If you're facing a persistent relational challenge, it makes perfect sense to consult a professional like a couples counselor or therapist. These are trained experts who can provide you with tools, new perspectives, and a safe space to navigate difficult conversations. They can act as a neutral mediator and help you both understand each other as perspectives in a way you might not be able to on your own. There's no shame in it. In fact, choosing to seek guidance shows how much you value the relationship and are willing to invest in its health. It's a courageous step toward building a stronger future together. Remember, even the strongest teams need a coach sometimes. Ultimately, sustaining a connection is not a one-time fix. It's a lifelong practice of wellness. Just like you might commit to eating well or exercising for your physical health, you need to commit to practices that support your relational health. This means making a conscious choice every day to turn towards your partner instead of away. It's choosing to be kind during a disagreement. It's choosing to put your phone down and listen. It's choosing to forgive and offer grace. This practice of connection becomes a part of who you are, woven into the fabric of your daily life. It's about building a foundation of trust, respect, and mutual support that can withstand anything. This commitment to relational wellness doesn't just benefit your partner. It benefits you. Strong, healthy connections are one of the biggest predictors of our overall happiness and well-being. By nurturing your relationships, you are investing in your own joy and resilience for the long haul. It is the most rewarding work you will ever do. So let's bring it all together. We started by acknowledging that all relationships change and that this evolution is natural and beautiful. The secret isn't to prevent change, but to navigate it together with intention. We talked about the power of staying curious, of continuing to learn about your partner as they grow and evolve, just as you do. We discussed the importance of adapting to life's major shifts like stress, parenting, and aging by working as a team and adjusting your expectations. Then we got practical with emotional maintenance, scheduling date nights, filling your life with shared laughter, and making gratitude a daily habit. We also highlighted that it's a sign of immense strength to seek guidance from a professional when you feel stuck. It's an investment in your shared future. And finally, we framed all of this as a lifelong practice of relational wellness, a daily commitment to nurturing your connection. So how do you take these lessons into your daily life starting today? Pick one thing, just one. Maybe tonight at dinner, you'll ask your partner a question you've never asked before. Maybe this weekend, you'll plan a simple screen-free date, even if it's just a walk. Or maybe you'll start a small gratitude practice, sharing one thing you appreciate about each other before bed. The goal isn't to do everything at once. The goal is to start. These small, consistent actions are the building blocks of a deep, enduring, and beautiful connection that can truly last a lifetime. We've explored the intricate connections between our mind, body, and the world around us. We've journeyed through the science of connection, delved into the digital world's impact, uncovered the power of physical touch and emotional intimacy, and learned how to build supportive communities. Now, it's time to create your personal wellness blueprint. This isn't about a massive overhaul overnight. It's about integrating small, sustainable habits that create profound change over time. Your wellness journey starts today, one mindful choice at a time. Let's begin with a quick recap of our journey so far. We started by understanding that connection is a fundamental human need, hardwired into our biology. We learned how social bonds release hormones like oxytocin, which lower stress and promote feelings of well-being. Then, we navigated the complexities of the digital age, recognizing that while technology can connect us across distances, it can also create a sense of isolation if not used mindfully. We discussed setting digital boundaries and prioritizing real-world interactions. From there, we explored the incredible power of physical touch, from a simple hug to holding hands, and how it communicates safety, trust, and care without a single word. We also dove into emotional intimacy, the art of sharing our vulnerabilities and truly seeing and hearing our loved ones, which is the bedrock of any deep and meaningful relationship. Finally, we looked outward at the importance of building our village, our community. Whether it's family, friends, or local groups, these networks provide a crucial safety net of support, belonging, and shared experience. Each of these pillars is essential for a holistic sense of well-being. Now, let's talk about how to weave these threads into the fabric of your daily life. The core of your wellness blueprint will be built upon three simple yet powerful daily habits: mindfulness, movement, and communication. Think of these as the non-negotiables, the foundational practices you commit to every single day. First, let's talk about mindfulness. This isn't about emptying your mind. It's about paying attention to the present moment without judgment. It's the practice of connecting with yourself before you connect with the world. This can be as simple as starting your day with 5 minutes of quiet. Before you reach for your phone, just sit with your breath. Notice the sensation of the air entering and leaving your body. Feel the ground beneath your feet. This simple act grounds you, reduces the production of the stress hormone cortisol, and sets a calm, intentional tone for the rest of your day. Another mindfulness practice is mindful eating. Instead of scrolling through your phone during lunch, pay attention to your food. Notice the colors, the textures, the flavors. This not only improves digestion, but turns a mundane activity into a moment of sensory pleasure and gratitude. Mindfulness is your anchor in the whirlwind of modern life. The second daily habit is movement. Our bodies were designed to move, and physical activity is one of the most effective ways to improve both physical and mental health. Movement is a celebration of what your body can do, a way to connect with your physical self. This doesn't mean you have to run a marathon every day. It's about finding joyful movement that works for you. It could be a brisk 20-minute walk in the morning, listening to the sounds of your neighborhood waking up. It could be a dance break in your living room to your favorite song. It could be some gentle stretching before bed to release the tension of the day. When you move your body, you release endorphins, which are natural mood elevators. You also process stress and improve your sleep quality. The key is consistency. Make movement a non-negotiable part of your daily rhythm, just like brushing your teeth. Find an activity you genuinely enjoy, and it will never feel like a chore. It will become a cherished ritual of self-care. The third and final daily habit is communication. I'm not talking about small talk. I'm talking about intentional, heartfelt communication. This is how we build and maintain the strong bonds that are so vital to our well-being. Make it a point every single day to have one meaningful conversation. This could be with your partner, a family member, a friend, or a colleague. Put your phone away, make eye contact, and truly listen. Ask open-ended questions like, what was the best part of your day? Or what's been on your mind lately? And when it's your turn to share, be open. Share a small victory, a worry, or something you found interesting. This practice of daily, intentional connection builds a reservoir of trust and intimacy. Another powerful communication habit is expressing gratitude. Every day, tell someone one thing you appreciate about them. It could be in person, over the phone, or even in a quick text message. Hey, just wanted to say thanks for listening to me yesterday. It really meant a lot. This simple act not only makes the other person feel valued, but also rewires your own brain to focus on the positive aspects of your relationships. Now that we have our three core daily habits, mindfulness, movement, and communication, let's talk about building routines of care and curiosity. A routine is what turns an intention into an action. It's the structure that supports our habits, especially on days when we lack motivation. Let's design a simple morning routine. Imagine this. You wake up and instead of grabbing your phone, you spend 5 minutes just breathing and setting an intention for the day. Then you do 15 minutes of movement, maybe some stretching or a quick walk outside. After that, you connect with a loved one, perhaps by sharing a mindful breakfast without screens or sending that gratitude text we talked about. This whole routine might only take 30 minutes, but it completely changes the trajectory of your day. You've connected with yourself, your body, and another person before the chaos of the world even begins. Similarly, you can create an evening routine to help you wind down and transition into restful sleep. This could involve putting your devices away an hour before bed. Use this time to read a book, listen to calming music, or do some gentle stretches. You could also practice a communication ritual with your partner or family member, like sharing 3 good things that happened during the day. This creates a space for connection and gratitude, helping to release any lingering stress and fostering a sense of peace and security before you sleep. The key to building these routines is to start small and be consistent. Don't try to implement a 2-hour routine on day 1. Start with just 15 minutes in the morning and 15 minutes in the evening. Once that becomes second nature, you can gradually add more elements. Be curious about what works for you. Experiment. Maybe a morning walk feels better than indoor stretching. Maybe journaling is a better way for you to connect with yourself than meditation. This is your wellness blueprint. It should be as unique as you are. Be patient and compassionate with yourself. If you miss a day, don't beat yourself up. Just come back to it the next day. This is a journey, not a destination. Remember, the goal of this blueprint is to cultivate a life filled with genuine connection to yourself, to others, and to the world around you. It's about shifting from a state of passive existence to one of active, mindful participation. By integrating these small habits and routines, you are actively choosing to nurture your well-being. You are telling yourself that you are worthy of care, attention, and connection. This journey is about nurturing curiosity. Stay curious about your own inner world. What makes you feel alive? What drains your energy? Stay curious about the people in your life. What are their dreams and fears? How can you better support them? And stay curious about the world. Notice the beauty in nature, the kindness of strangers, the simple joys of everyday life. This combination of care and curiosity is the secret ingredient that transforms a routine into a rich and rewarding practice. It turns wellness from a checklist of tasks into a beautiful, unfolding adventure. Your wellness journey starts today, one mindful choice at a time. It's in the deep breath you take before a stressful meeting. It's in the walk you take at lunch instead of eating at your desk. It's in the hug you give a loved one at the end of the day. These are the moments that matter. These are the building blocks of a connected, vibrant, and fulfilling life. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey. We've covered a lot of ground, and I hope you feel empowered to start building your own personal wellness blueprint. It's all about taking these ideas and making them your own. If you found this guide inspiring and want to continue exploring ways to live a more connected and mindful life, please subscribe to our channel for more content just like this. And for even more science-backed tips, in-depth articles, and practical resources, we'd love for you to explore our blog at lava.com. Oh, the link is in the description below. Thank you again for your time and your presence. Be well, and we'll see you in the next video.